And there it is, the one-stick tripod. Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today, I want to show you a tripod hack using only one stick that no one knows. Stay tuned. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to find a stick. Now this one is a little bit bigger than my thumb diameter, and so maybe an inch, something like that. And it's about 5 feet tall. So I'm almost 6 foot, or right at, and so it might be a little more than 5. 6 foot pole will work as well. So just kind of figure where you are and relative to your size and the stick, and cut one accordingly. The other end of the stick has a nice Y, and I tried to get one that was pretty well centered, and also that the sticks that make up the Y are roughly the same size. So here you can see the entire width of the stick, the length, and the general size. Of course, this needs to be a green stick, and go ahead and cut off all of the little knobs and anything that might be protrusions, all the branches and such, and so it looks pretty clean all the way around. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to figure out where the middle of this is. Now we could just try to balance it and find the center, and that's going to be fairly close, but another way to do this is to use your arm and hand measurements. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this underneath the arm, in the armpit, and I'm going to reach my arm out all the way until I find where the tip of my longest finger is, and then I can take and make a small cut right here with my saw, just like that, right here. All right, and then I'll go to the other end and I'll do the same thing, approximating where the middle of the Y is. Okay, see about where that would hit under my arm. I'm going to do the same thing. Mark where the end of my finger is, and then come over here, and then we make another small mark. Okay, so we have one here and we have one here. 2 marks. It's pretty easy to approximate then the center, and so we'll make a mark right there. Alright, just like that, make a little mark, and that way we know roughly where the center of it is. Now it's not going to balance perfectly because this end is much thicker, so it's going to be much heavier, so you can't find the center just by balancing it on your finger. The next thing we want to do is we need to bend this here. Now if you find it's too thick, you might want to put a couple of small cuts or something up here. But we've already got a small one started, and what we're going to do is we're going to use our knee, and we're going to bend it, but we're not going to break it. We're going to leave this attached. But we want to make sure that it's pretty well bent. Alright, now if we do it right, this is going to move, but this is going to stay together. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach a cord with a little hook at the bottom, and that's a very easy thing to do. We just wrap around this center section right here, just like this. Go around it several times, right in that center. We get a little bit left over. We're just going to finish it off with a couple of very simple half hitches, just like that. Now after you've put this together and you observe that the hook and the line are hanging a little bit too close to one side, there's a couple things you can do. You can either lengthen this side out where that hangs more in the middle, or you could take your saw and you can cut off a little bit of one side. And I would recommend doing this just a little bit at a time. We're going to start with about an inch or so. Alright, there we go. And that's much better. Now we're not hanging our pot so close to either side. Okay, so how well does it work? Well, it works perfectly. Place it over the fire, and we've got our hook here. To adjust this, we can just wrap the hook around the top for our length. Reach over here and get our Stanley pot and see where that is, and that's just about perfect. And adjust this by moving it around a little. And there we have a tripod made from one stick. Here it is from a different angle. You can see how it works. It's a really great and quick tripod, and it doesn't require any lashing. The only thing you're tying on is the cord on the top to hang the pot, or you could use a chain. And there it is, the one stick tripod. It's boiling our water. It's doing a great job. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure and check out the links in the description box below. And while you're down there, you'll find our Patreon link. This is where you can donate to financially support the channel, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month, and a big thank you to everybody that's been doing so. You'll also find our spring link. This is where you can buy great Waypoint Survival branded merchandise. You'll also find our waypointsurvival.com link, and this is where you can sign up for great survival and bushcraft training classes. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.